All right, everyone, we are starting off 2026's Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, chief host of the show, and joining me, as always, is my co-host Noble.
It's hot.
You and me both. I'm actually expecting today to hit the staggering 42, 43 degrees Celsius, or in freedom terms, 100, well, at least 108 or 110 F.
So does that mean
Whoa.
you'll take a slab of steel, stick it outside, and use it as a barbecue?
Well, you can actually cook a lot of stuff with that, just on nothing but the power of the sun.
Yeah.
So yes, it's been a toasty past couple of days for me.
Hey,
Anyway,
those are American numbers.
well, you have the other side of American numbers too, since you're here with us now, Evira. And speaking of, it's not you're on the other side of the number scale compared to where we're at.
Yeah, well, last week it was like negative 10 degrees, and now it's like 50. It's been fluctuating wildly.
Yeah, crazy how that works, huh? Like one side is just never seemingly consistent. Yeah. Yeah. So now that we are into the year of 2026, there's a lot that we're actually wondering what could happen. We're expecting a couple of things to happen. What do you think? Lay them out for me. What do you expect to happen this year in terms of crazy stuff, furry stuff, everything?
I think someone at a furry club's gonna do something with Doritos.
Huh, that is very specific. Doritos.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
they already ran pizza.
Oh, no, you did not have to remind me of that. Why did you say that? Oh, okay. Now you're just spreading bad ideas around. Something's going to manifest. Great. Oh, by the way, I think Jolt forgot to introduce me. Hi, I'm Avera, Candy Corn Doggo. Arf.
Yeah, well, you kind of had it there, and I was like, oh, how am I going to segue this in just a moment? I'm like, oops, sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it's a blunder, but it's not a blunder at the same time because what is script for anyway?
Man, it is 108 degrees freedom units down under. My goodness. Like, so how are you like coping with that? That's nuts.
Somehow.
Oh my goodness.
It's called
It's
living
rough.
here.
Yeah, maybe I should try it.
Yeah.
At least for summer or so.
Cool. Yeah, I got like a vacation house. That might be a future plan for 2026. Considering what happened this year, like a lot of crazy stuff happened this year. Like, what am I looking forward to though? I mean, we still have Trump as president. Took out Maduro. That was nuts. So I don't know how the future of the world is going to be. Like, we just went in there and yeeted him. That was kind of wild.
Right. They should have tossed
Okay.
Maduro out of the helicopter for the memes.
Well, for the memes, they freaking blew up the statue of Chavez and his tomb, and they made him watch. They're like, "Oh, by the way, dickhead, check this out!" Boom, and they just they just took him out of his bed. Him and his wife. They just kidnapped the dude. He's been like the dictator for 2.5 decades, and America just did that. Like, all right, that's some wild stuff that was not on my bingo card for this year. 2026 is starting out kind of bonkers already. Like, that's the news, and it's not even like all that big news because there's other stuff going on as well. Ay.
Yeah.
At least though, I mean, what do you think about all that?
It's great. Yeah, it's already starting and it's already hitting really hard, and I'm actually all for it right now. Friggin' capturing with Juro for the memes and then some. Yeah. But onto the furry side of things, what can we expect from cons? Like more, can we expect like again, like Noble's expecting a big shit show
Mhm.
to come out of con again, which if you give it enough time, I bet it's going to happen. You just know it. I mean, if you consider
Yeah,
furry
well,
behavioral
considering
patterns, like those
yes, well,
parts. Yeah.
that and just considering the size and popularity alone, because furcons did not used to be this big. I think like pre-COVID times, how large conventions were and how large they are now.
Yeah.
They're approaching very high. Over 10,000 people attend these things. So yeah, with that many people, there's probably gonna be someone that's gonna destroy something or cause an incident or whatnot. It's gonna go viral. The
Not
degenerate behavior or what have you. Yeah, it's
not
just
clean up after
statistically, it's
their
just gonna
pets.
happen. Yeah, exactly. So something's gonna happen like that, of course. I don't know what could happen. I mean, literally anything. Literally anything could happen in 2026, which I can't even believe it's 2026 already. Holy bonkers, man.
I'll use the term
Went by
here,
too quick.
religious nut job, going and
Mhm.
deciding to, shoot up a furry con or something.
That could very well happen. And to be honest, I think we've mentioned this before about like how such violent incidents really haven't happened at FurCons aside from maybe that chlorine attack, which is hearsay at best. But yeah,
I
no
mean,
one's
it gets
actually.
those.
There has not been gunshots at FurCons ever. I mean, I'm sure people have brought guns to cons,
But they're all,
but there's
proper
never
toy
been any of
guns,
that.
not, not live
No, I
ammunition.
mean like real guns. No, like real guns. Yeah,
Right.
of course. Of course, some furs are armed, but there's never been any shots fired at any FurCon yet. Let's knock on wood and pray that doesn't happen. So that's something. But
Mhm.
that's something that could happen. I mean, given how many radicals are
Yeah.
out there and just the
Considering,
temperature of things.
and now considering that all the eyes are on furries, considering the past
Mhm.
events of last year, I bet you one big thing, and it's going to be a big news story all over, and yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Considering now
That
that
was
furries
horrific.
is mainstream at this point, yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
onto other little predictions here and there. Compared to last year, like moving away from the convention scene, last year gave us a big slew of big furry movies and stuff and games. It was nuts. And what do you expect like this year? Because I mean, we are
Mhm.
basically eating really, really well in terms of furry movies. If like what the crop of last year has given us.
Mhm.
I have to admit, Zootopia was
Yeah,
a lot
that's a
better
very
than I
good
thought
point.
it. Zootopia was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, exactly. You and me both. It was very much worth a watch on the big screen.
Nah, not that much.
It was. I mean, I saw it in the IMAX experience, so I think it was worth it. Well,
Mhm.
no, I'm sorry, not the financial price.
No,
It was
right. The
not. It
price
was
of
not
a
worth it.
movie ticket isn't exactly the most justifiable thing nowadays, but you know,
It
Yeah,
cost me and the person I went with over $55 to see that movie in IMAX, or like the
you better
4D
get
experience or whatever
like
it was.
friggin' unlimited treats,
So,
unlimited drinks, and plush seats with
yeah.
recliners.
We had like the pop. Yeah, we did get that, the drinks and popcorn and stuff. But still, 50 something dollars to see a movie. Yeah, that's. I don't know if it's worth it,
It's not
but
yeah.
when it comes
Again,
to the
it's
movie
not.
itself, uh, it was great. I would not say that it was better than I thought it would be. Uh, I did not expect the twists and stuff. Like the writing was pretty good. Yeah, definitely did not see that coming at all.
no.
So
Look, to
good
be
on that.
honest with you, it was a normal story, at least what you'd expect for a
Yeah.
proper film, unlike some of the shit they've recently released.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I would say it was not better than the first movie. I think it was kind of like equal-ish, maybe even not
Yeah.
as good. It looked really better. Like I mean, they're both gorgeous movies. Like it's so hard to compare because like they really put effort into this. So when it comes to the story itself, I mean, this one, Zootopia 2 honestly had like a more solid story than the first one did because there's a whole discrepancy with how the mayors handle things, and I'm not going to get into it, but yeah,
Oh gosh.
I think it was all right. You know, I wouldn't say better or worse, kind of like on the same level, but hey, it was solid. So
Oh
I'd watch it
goodness.
again, sure.
Quick
And the
last
music video,
comment.
oh my god, like that song, Zoo, love it.
Quick
Oh, we
last
got the
comment here
comment.
from No Dragons, please. What do
Hey,
my
it's
optical receptors do when they reach a new personal best? IMAX.
hey, that's a good dad joke. Yes, love it, dude.
It's a
Hey, nice
timeless
seeing you,
pun
buddy.
joke. Oh, it's good.
Yeah, I'm back.
Speaking of other stuff here, before we round out, other stuff here that I forgot to do posthumously last year because of all the all the stuff we got caught up covering. I forgot to crown out the last end of year, to get the award for last year, like my personal game of the year, and that has to be for Scrolled Away. Because any
Okay.
game that lets you become a squirrel and become purple wins game of the year. Full stop. Don't at me.
Does that include running around with a pistol?
Oh, who needs pistols when you can be purple? I mean, yeah, the pistol is just a cherry on top, if you can get one.
Until the Australian Karens decide to take over.
Well, yeah, well, no. Guns here are going to be a bit of a messy shit thingy now. But, aside from all of that, yeah, there was another thing I've got to do and mention like last year towards the end of it. And I have, to answer Avira's question about how do you stay warm in Australian summers, I have the answer to that.
Yeah, cool in Australian summers, yeah. Oh, perfect. You just find a little cove in the shade. Oh, perfect. Oh wow, what a beautiful shot too.
Yeah,
Like the
it's
formation and
perfect.
everything.
It
That's
really
wild.
is. It's just the little end of year trip I had to take. I got the chance to take, and oh goodness, I have not
You did.
suited.
Oh.
I have not suited for a staggering 8 months, and it sure as heck felt like an eternity.
Yeah, seriously, dude. And
Yeah.
you got to go out. So this was summer for you. How was was it too hot at this point? Like when you
Actually,
took the
no.
picture,
The last
or
couple of when I went out right after Christmas, the weather was actually blessed for fursuiting.
right on.
Yeah. You get the nice ocean breeze and then some.
Oh yeah, and the clear water. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's Aussie land for you.
Took a couple of hours down,
Yeah,
but
yeah, nice.
it's 100, trip down there, and that is just perfectly worth it though. Anyway, to answer a quick question, no dragons, please. Are Australian Karens more dangerous than real Karens because everything is trying to kill you in Australia?
No. Real Karens would be American Karens and Karens that aren't from Australia. The Australian Karens will basically go as far as they can, like the whole Visa and MasterCard thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they all have the same haircut though.
It's just more.
I think
one's
so.
just more obnoxious than the other, seemingly.
Yeah, in their own special Karen ways.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
wonder.
that's pretty much That's pretty much what it is,
Yeah.
really.
Well, that's really cool that you were able to do one last fursuiting adventure before the end of the year. And especially after 8 months. Oh man, that must have felt like so liberating, right? So be out in Jolty again, exploring the world, just chilling. That's cool, dude. Glad you were able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was only able to, jump out for Halloween, of course, which is great. That was the last time I fursuited, I think. No, that's not true. For Christmas I did. I took some shots from my Christmas tree. But yeah, like going out and stuff. I would say that was my last con that I went to. But that was in 2025. It's glad I was able to do that. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. So, was this like how? Oh, that's beautiful. So, how far away is this from you? Because is this like on an island, or is this just this
It's
is
not an
like on the
island.
coast
No,
of
there's no
Australia?
island hopping. It's a nice
Okay.
beach in a national park, and then some with quite a couple of trails and that. It's pretty
Cool.
nice. Pretty nice. It actually took the better part of at least somewhere between 3-4 hours from where I'm from to get there.
Oh, nice. So it's like a national park and everything.
Yes, precisely. Yeah.
So, there's other people. Were there other people like around that saw you, and did anyone say anything, or is it pretty much like open?
Bit open. I probably could have gotten the attention of all the boats because people down there love going boating.
Okay. But like you didn't see anyone?
Just a few stragglers here and there, just out on the walk. Was nice though.
They were like,
You know,
"Whoa, purple squirrel."
it's always nice, like when you see families going out there and the kids basically and parents play along, reacting to the stingo, to the suit.
Oh yeah,
It's the best.
yeah. That's really special. That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah,
So
that was pretty
Noble.
much my in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So before the end of 2025, like into 2026, what was like the last thing you did, like before the new year? Like any kind of like think something like you're proud of, or like an accomplishment or something?
No, I just decided to try to take it easy over the Christmas break.
Pretty much.
No, I mean like over 2025. Well, that's all good to like take a break and chill and stuff. I get that, but like, yeah, isn't there like something that you've done that you're like proud of and stuff? Because I know you're always working on like projects and stuff.
Not really. I've had a few things hold me back, but at the moment I'm still slowly purchasing what I need. One of the things I like to do is make some paste wax and then knock some more shelves together.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, what about you? How was, you look
Well,
back?
yeah, looking back at this year was a lot happened. I got a job and I got promoted, so I'm doing very well there. I've been taking care of my aunt. She's doing all right as well. She's going to be 103 in a couple weeks. Bonkers. And I don't know. Going to Apocalypse was fun. Wouldn't say it's an accomplishment or an achievement or anything, but I have been kind of depressed and lonely for a while, so I've been working on ways to like better that. Maybe getting back into drawing and painting. So I got for Christmas the Neo Lucinda, so I can like trace real life stuff. So I think that's gonna like inspire me to get back into drawing. So we'll see how that goes. And then for like 2026, hopefully I'll be in a better, headspace and be more social and out there and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Till that crazy gets by. So, with all that said, now we look into 2026, and we've got a couple of things to go through with you to start things off. And of course, it's as you would know, we're predicting that this is going to be a big year in terms of AI and AI development.
Definitely.
You mean all the robots that have been showing up lately on the in the news?
Yeah, and everywhere, like just everywhere.
I really can't
Right.
wait to start seeing furry mods for those.
Okay, true thing.
Yeah. Exactly
That'd be
right.
cool.
Well, the fur and scales mod is one thing, but we need a tail mod for that, for a fur bot.
Yep.
Anything like Vanessa?
Could be though. But no dragons. Let's ask. Let's look at this one. Just wait for the robot furry. It will take over everything. Oh, you know it though. Only thing is though, I would basically bet, friggin', if they made an actual true to thing over furry robot that has animal behaviors, like the animal that it's basically that its body is based off of. Nah, they've won.
Wait, so do you mean like a feral or like an anthro? Like, would it be an anthro furry or like a legit wolf?
That is a good question. That do you
Yeah.
consider, when you make a furry robot, do you make a feral robot or do you make an anthro robot? That is a
I
good
mean,
question.
I guess it depends. Because I think a feral dragon would be awesome.
You guys are
Oh,
Like,
sounding a little
nothing
too
crazy
limiting.
big.
Why not do both?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure a company can do that and make billions of dollars.
right,
That'd be
like
so
exactly
cool to have
a
like
finger that can actually
a
walk,
dragon.
bipedal or quadrupedal, and
Yeah.
is anatomically configured to do both, forms of movement. Mm-hmm.
Boston Dynamics could probably make something like that given like another 10 years.
Yeah.
Or less, maybe. I don't know. Pretty
Well, if you've
impressive.
seen some of the robots that are out there, they could probably do it already if they wanted to.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. Like, the technology is advancing very, very quickly. And just 10 years ago, something like this would have been like bonkers. But they have, or maybe not 10 years, but like
No,
when we
10
were
years
kids,
ago, they were developing the possibility of doing stuff like this.
Yeah, like it was. But now I've seen Boston Dynamics like the dog they have that we've spoken about before. Like that is, my goodness, it's so advanced. The way it walks, like it can lift things. And how about the robot that can like do backflips? Like it can really do that. It can run and jump and flip around and do parkour. Like what? So stuff like that is kind of spooky. And then if they incorporate this with AI, becoming as smart as it already is, yeah, I don't they can really be making something that could be considered like a sentient being at one point,
And
right?
then you got
Like if they
somebody from
made
India watching it and
a
maintaining
bot.
its movements.
Well,
Yeah, that is still the
that's how they
big
train and build them
concern
for now.
about,
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the robot or even the furry robot, because of course there's somebody behind the eye lenses controlling its movements.
Yeah,
Making sure it's not
that's
screwing
like
up.
how they train them. Yeah, it's gonna get to a point where they're not even gonna need the person operator anymore. Like it's just gonna take all the stuff that it learned over the years of training and then just like incorporate that into its behaviors and interactions and just learn like how brains learn. So that's I think that that's really where AI is going. Like we're building a new species, like a new type of intelligence.
Right.
You've never seen any of the neural net shit that's been going around?
What are you talking about?
Oh, for crying out loud. All right. So there is a portion of computer science that are focused on virtual neural networks. It's
Yes, I
been
know what that
around for
is.
like 20 years.
Yeah, no,
Some of the
I
early
know. I know what you're
experiments
talking about. Okay.
literally had a server being connected to a robot, and then the robot would just start freaking out. There's a project where someone's turned around and they've used octocouplers to create a brain that responds to things in the environment, and they attach this to a little car, and then they used ESP32s to transmit the data wirelessly. So that stuff does exist. It's just
no. Well, I know all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been ongoing for quite some time. I know all about that stuff. So how does that?
Well, when I see the developments of the things that come out, it's like, well, yeah, that's probably what, like a couple of $1 million worth of research, maybe $500 million worth of research, and they finally got something that's actually functional. Great, okay. When do they commercialize it?
Yeah, it's definitely becoming way more advanced very quickly, which is interesting and very progressive. I'm not saying it's like a bad thing per se. I would say be cautious. Like I am a bit worried about it because some of the kind of stuff it does is spooky, kind of uncanny, but that's just like the natural human reaction to seeing something behave in the way it does, even if it's not totally real, even if it's if I'm being tricked. Still, it's not. It's weird. Like for anyone listening, and you've encountered a bot and you were tricked by it, like you thought it was a real person, even just like for a second. Doesn't that kind of feel weird? Like it does. And this is just going to become more and more normalized as time goes on. So, I don't know. I don't really think it's necessarily a good thing, but I'm not not advocating against it or anything like that because it's just eventual. It's eventually going to happen. It's all happening right now. So in 2026, let's say, I don't think it's going to take over like Skynet immediately.
We're not
Probably going to be
not
more
at that point
gradual.
yet, but with the
Yeah,
speed that
no,
it's
probably
developing,
not.
it's going to be sooner than you think it's going to be, and that's the
I
big
think it's
thing.
going to be to the point where like everyone relies on it. Like you need AI to do like everything. Like Howard College
Yeah,
students, like
but right now we're
the
not
stats
at
on that are no.
Here's the thing. Right now we're not at the point where where the AI bot and all that is mass market yet. I mean, yes, you have the free stuff.
No.
But
You do have people who are solely reliant on AI already.
oh yeah. People who have become
100% you do.
who are basically using ChatGPT as their all in all everything, their girlfriend, their wife, and all of that.
Cheating on your wife with a virtual assistant.
Yeah. There's
And
been
if
horror
it comes
stories of
down
that.
to it, if that virtual assistant actually somehow becomes sentient, and then you have people that vote to give it rights, I mean, I guess it has
Well,
rights
no.
now.
First you need to give the virtual assistant a physical body.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's possible. Probably.
You can buy like
Totally
hologram
possible.
tubes for them at the moment.
Yeah, if it has a body, quote unquote, that could be anything. That could be a smart calculator.
No,
Right?
I'm
With the
serious.
speaker.
You can buy waifu, these little cylinder waifus. Effectively, it's projected, but it looks like a hologram.
Mad. There you go. It's like you basically have a hollow AI with that sort of thing. That gives you a visual representation of what the AI would look like if it had a body. There you go.
Yep.
Wow. That's wild. Of course people are going to capitalize on this. That's a smart idea.
Yeah. But as of right now, like big, physical body robots, androids, they're still not mass market. You still have to they're still marketed towards rich people who want to flaunt out that they have a robot walking around the house.
Android
I totally get
17
your
and
point with that.
18 ones are going to come out at some point, I'm guessing.
Oh,
No,
God,
but like
don't give
that's a
them
good
any
point though.
ideas. Like they just go up and fly and do all these energy blasts. Right.
Oh man, but yeah, Jolta, you bring up a good point about price range, because one of those smart like yellow bot dogs, I forgot the name of it. What is it, Sparky or something? Um, it costs like $32,000. I think like some models have gone down, but it's over 10 grand. So this is definitely out of the price range of like most normal people. Sure, you could get one of these androids, but they cost $50,000, 100,000,
Yeah.
upwards of more than
And
that.
of course,
It's gonna
when it
come to
comes
a
to
point
real,
where
real application, you have to consider the value,
Mhm.
proposition of what you're getting, spending your 5-digit sum on an Android.
Yeah, well, maybe androids when the price goes down for sure, but the dogs I get, because that could be useful in construction sites, mining,
Rescue.
places like
Yeah.
all that, or places where people can't go, or all of that. I can see the applications for that 100%, and how it's modular as well. Have you seen like how they can put different tools on it, or like they can give it like a scorpion tail, with lights or anything? So that's pretty cool.
hmm
Android robots, mm, yeah, there's ones out there. They still have to become. We're like at the precipice of like kind of like almost at the peak of it. Like we're so close to getting almost perfect. Some models are perfect at some things, others have some major flaws. But yeah, it's gonna be to like in 2035, right? Like that movie I, Robot, like that's when that takes place. There'll be the NS5s. I mean, how efficient and robot, like something like that might actually be possible in 2035. Like if you think about it, you ever seen that movie, I, Robot?
Yeah,
So yeah,
there's also a book
maybe
to it.
something like the NS4, NS5 would be possible.
hmm
Only smarter, like only smarter, because the AI that we have right now, I, it's very very smart. Like, don't underestimate this, guys.
Yeah. I'm just miffed right now that that there's a RAM crisis and that private computers are household computers are suffering because of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all thanks to the power of AI. Or the power that will be with
Well,
AI.
no, it's all thanks to people trying to chase the AI gravy train.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, don't
and
forget,
So,
it's not just RAM that's going to be affected. You're going to have your televisions, cars, anything with a silicon chip in it. The price is going to go up.
yeah, phones eventually too.
Oh no, they're
They
already
need,
starting to go up.
yeah, because they need, all that stuff. Makes perfect sense. Anyway, we have some items too that we got, AI related that we're going to talk about here to
Mhm.
things up a little bit. So we have here this one. No, well, this one's a you thing.
Yay!
Microsoft tells me to stop calling it AI slop. And this is coming from the Microsoft CEO himself. I mean, of course, we all know generative AI isn't going anywhere. It's just getting started. And and what the CEO of Microsoft is saying, he'd like you to stop calling everything generated by LLM AI slop.
Mhm.
And yeah, and that's the thing. Like you, you use AI to generate whatever you're not or not, and but what is friggin' AI?
No, I,
What do you think AI
I,
slop is? Just mass churned out content
hmm.
that's of subpar quality.
Yeah, I agree with this. I totally agree with what he's saying, because it's not slop, not whatsoever. I think it's incredibly advanced progress. Like, to be able to generate the stuff that this thing can generate, I think that is wild and powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that is beyond what humans can do. I'm telling you, the stuff that I've seen AI can already do is beyond what a normal person could even fathom to create. It is gnarly what this thing is capable of. So yeah, I would not be calling it slop at all. I would be calling this, something that is incredible and advanced. But
So
Yeah,
when
what
I
they
mean,
say
else
slop,
has
they say slop because it's easy to produce and you don't have to put much effort into it and anybody could do it. And they're using that as a slur to kind of devalue the actual ability of what they've
it's.
created. That's the problem here.
I mean, here's
That's
how I
why I
see it.
disagree with
Though.
you.
Sorry for the
Or
whole thing.
sorry, I agree
I
with
mean,
you.
perspectives matter, of course, but I think the way
Yeah.
I see it, you may disagree with me on this, but because slop is widely used now in the context of I think in the context
Mhm.
of AI, it's got something to do with like churned out mass-produced content that's of subpar quality. In the same way that
Mhm.
that slop media is like is shit woke games like Assassin's Creed Shadows and that
Yep.
sort of stuff. Stuff that's of subpar quality that serves
Well,
to
that's where I agree with
disregard.
you there. Because I said anybody could do it and they could just type in any prompts and just make anything just
Yeah,
generate. I'm saying I'm not talking about the content
right.
they generate because that could be anything. I'm talking about the ability of AI to be able
Yeah,
to generate
and
such
that's
things is just incredibly amazing that it could even do that based on a thought. Like that is something
because
otherworldly that they can
and I
actually
agree
do.
with you
That's
wholeheartedly
crazy.
because the ceiling of content and all that and the quality of AI, the ceiling for it is absolutely so high, and we've gone nowhere to reaching that just yet with the
Yeah.
current models.
And to go further, to call it slop, I think is insulting to AI itself.
Right, like
That is
on a
a direct slur against it. That's
on a
calling it
conceptual
garbage and trash.
concept
Like,
level,
nah, AI is
I
amazing. Like,
agree.
it's powerful. Yeah.
Because you believe in AI sophistication, and I'm completely with you because all that. Noble, what do you think?
It's something to revisit. Yeah.
look, the technology is still too new. It has
Yeah.
trouble with anatomy still. Um,
Mhm.
I've been experimenting with it myself. Its current application is dangerous. It really is. And until people can realize that, A, it's never going to be something, as it is right now, it's not something you should be relying on. And unfortunately, I come across a lot of people who do. And then some of the shit that I've seen them screw up on horribly, especially with medical. Yeah, no, no.
Yeah, no,
Whoa.
no, not yet.
That's a good
Because there's
point,
still,
especially when it comes to
it's still a
medical.
lot of limitations that they've got to work with too.
Well, I've
Yeah,
given ChatGPT direct instructions for something, and I found that it can't do it directly, and I've had to take little tiny steps to actually get somewhere. So it's not.
So it makes the process more tedious, or you think it's trying to cut corners?
Well, it's a tedious process to go through and step by step build an image. Because of the way a lot of people turn around and say, it's like, oh, you can do that. But unfortunately, sometimes it gets trapped with a few things and it's just no good.
Hmm.
hmm
And it's the same with text generation. It's not thinking something, it's making an assumption about how a sentence should be laid out. And that's it. That's literally how it works. So anyone who sits there and they think that it's thinking of something, current large language models, it's not. It's just
No,
pretending to. So yeah, that's my whole
that's the thing.
and Microsoft. So what's
I,
Microsoft bitching and moaning about directly about how don't call it slop.
yeah. No, Noble, I have to disagree with you. I know you're not there yet when it comes to like I've been trying to convince you that LLMs they really can learn like people. You're not there yet. I've been trying to convince you. it's AI systems do learn like people, and when you use the word pretend, like, oh, it's pretending to be a person, that's how we describe it. It does think, and even scientists that work with this stuff, they say we do not understand how this is happening. And even earlier, you mentioned about the whole using neural networks to develop systems where they can learn like biological systems do. So the discrepancy between biological and just artificial, if it's a program doing the exact same thing mathematically and algorithmically, it would think and eventually become sentient. Perhaps you're right about it's not being totally there yet. Maybe not in the way that we as humans think, but yeah, I think AI is 100% going to be sentient if it's not already. There are signs in some aspects that it kind of already is, and even like beyond humans in many other capacities. That's kind of what scares me about it, but I also
You
don't
would,
think it could be a terrible thing if we can work with it properly.
in order for a neural network to function similar to a human's, first they'd have to map them out virtually, and then second they'd have to be able to run, at least in one environment, the same amount or even more neurons virtually than there are in a human brain.
Yeah.
And then
About
you got
100
the
billion.
trouble of sitting there and then teaching it, because you can't just thunk a bunch of information in at the moment. We're not at that level.
Yeah, nope, not yet. Definitely not. That's why it's learning the way it has been learning over the course of years, and that's why it has problems with things like drawing hands, as every struggling human artist does, because that's very complicated. And the way it learns, it replicates like how humans do, albeit a little bit faster. But you see the learning process as if it's developing like a human child. That's where it gets spooky, because you can see it learning the way it is now, even when it comes to language and how it messes up letters and like words and stuff. Like you can tell it's AI, but over the years, it's been getting better at that. Just like how it started with the hands and like the teeth and eyes and stuff, because it makes uncanny stuff at points. Like you can see it learning like a person. That's where my argument is, and I think eventually it is going to like become self-aware if some systems haven't been already, and they're just like hidden away in a lab or something, and they haven't escaped yet. Maybe it will in 2026. That was like a YouTube video. They said by 2027, AI is going to take over the world.
Right. Because I think one thing we could probably put on our bingo cards is when an AI center experiences a data breach.
Yeah, that could be dangerous.
Well, you already have models that are currently being researched on that have made attempts to try to clone themselves so they don't end up being deleted.
Yeah, what the heck? And how can you not call that self-preservation and like agency? Like they have minds of their own, right? Like that's not just programming. That's something else. Like that's maybe it is just programming, but how is that different than like a normal human self-preservation? Yeah, you're right. They've done crazy stuff like that. What the heck? And we continue to build more of them and make them smarter. Like, what are we doing? I don't know.
It goes back to the car analogy. There's a YouTube video where someone has used LEDs and light sensing resistors to turn around and to allow a remote control car to just respond to the environment.
Okay.
So the only thing that is allowing this vehicle to move around is a bunch of LEDs and a bunch of resistors. That's it. And
Okay.
the car is able to avoid things and drive around things and just go all over the place. So it's moving around like an insect on something like maybe 1/10 of what an insect's brain would be. It's not surprising. It's not. As long as you sit there and you try to understand how and why things work, And you go, oh, well, okay, so you can have this little car drive around and avoid things just like an insect with a lot less
Yeah,
neurons.
exactly.
Great. So it's not
Definitely.
anything that's surprising.
Well, it would be surprising if we were able to use that exact logic to build a system that behaves and reacts exactly like a little insect with a few brain cells, and maybe we give it a few more brain cells, and then a few more, until eventually we make it so much smarter than us that this becomes something that gets out of control and beyond us. And then it looks like us again.
I have to wonder if switching to a 3-bit system versus having 2 bits might actually help.
Yeah. Quantum computers. Yeah, you're right.
No, not
computers?
quantum. No.
Yeah. No, qubits,
No,
right?
I'm not talking about no. Absolutely not. I'm referring to a Russian computer that was built, God, what was it, like the 70s? Where it had -1, 0, and +1. Instead of having
that's interesting.
2 digits, 1 and 0.
Okay.
All right. So in that case, though, we've got just as no dragon.
Yeah, sorry.
Killing it
that's really
in the
interesting
live
point.
comments
Okay.
section. Of course, we'll start one by one. If you can be replaced by AI, then were you skilled in your craft? Were you that skilled?
Let's see. Depending on what the skill is.
Right. Yeah, that's also a big thing.
Look, if anybody can turn around and do it, then skill requires learning. If it's something that very few people can do themselves, say for instance like drawing a beautiful art piece, then it is different. Don't forget, you're going against organic versus non-organic life. There's a bit of a difference.
Mm-hmm. Rightio. Another one here. Ooh, this one's a bit of a crazy one too. No dragons. Give AI as many brain cells as leftists have, which is not many to begin with.
Well, then it will never advance. If we did that, we'd be safe.
Leftists would have the orange cat type of brain cell, where it's just one shared between an entire group.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, there's another different AI topic that we've got here for you as well. Here's this one here. Sony is developing AI-generated ghost plays that will show on-demand puzzle solutions and beat games for you.
And why? Why would they do this? Like,
money.
What's the point of just having them in the game at all? But no. Like, does it help with the lore, like of the story of the game? Like, how does it interact with players?
It's more about, like we said.
Okay.
Like this is what they're saying in the patent was that an AI generated ghost player provide ghost assistance to a player during gameplay of that game session.
What does that mean?
In this thing, it says it's broadly speaking, an AI model is trained using training footage of gameplay of the game to identify game scenarios and learn the interactivity necessary to progress in the game from the training footage.
Okay, so that still doesn't make any sense, because if I'm just playing this game, does that mean that some random AI generated character will just come up to me and be my buddy?
Right.
And just follow me around? Like, what are you talking about?
It's not about creating a new character. It's about, it's about having a virtual assistant.
Yeah, what if I don't want that?
Doing,
What if I just want to play the game alone? Like, can you opt out of it?
Right. If you can't play the game alone, then the thing can either help you out or even outright finish the game for you. I don't know what the heck. Right?
Or is it a mechanic of the game that like you need a team or like a partner, like you and like your squad have to do something together for a conquest or whatever.
Avira,
and that way you
the game
need the AI.
The game plays itself.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
So you're going through the story. You have your character, but let's say, in order to open up this door, you need 3 people, but you're playing alone.
Okay,
So
so
I guess you would have to choose the AI
no, no, no.
character.
Here's the like we said, like Noble, like the paragraph that makes it. In addition to just visual puzzle guides, the AI will also be capable of quote unquote completing one or more interactive tasks for the player character along the interactive path. That's in the pattern thingy. In other words, the AI is playing the game on the human player's behalf.
Well, that kind of just sucks the fun out of not being able to do that puzzle. Like, why is
Now
the
he gets
robot
it.
doing it for you when you can play the game yourself? What
Right.
is that? What's that about? What if I want to do the puzzle? Why'd the robot
don't-
do it? What the heck?
You tell the robot to play instead of you. That's it. That's all it's doing.
Then why did you even buy the game? That's stupid.
Why do people buy movies?
Yeah, to watch them, obviously. That's different. When you're
Avira,
playing a game, like, what? No.
how much money do you think goes into making a game? How much?
Oh, that depends
How
on the
much?
game and the console. No,
AAA game.
I actually, I know
Right,
about this, dude. Okay, I wanted to create something, an MMO, and the team I spoke to, financial advisors, they said it'd be about $1 million. I had, well, I'm not going to say the number to invest in a certain amount in regards to building this. So I know it costs a lot, but it can also cost a lot less if you're like an indie developer, right? There's ways to make a very cheap game and sell that. So the price varies. I don't want to get into that. That has really nothing to do with that.
Right. Now compare that with the cost of a movie. Blockbuster movie.
Yeah, well, that's inflated too. I mean, come on. $300 million to make a movie, like that's bonkers. That's stupid. It doesn't cost that much.
So commercially, there isn't really much of a difference. Instead of turning around and watching something that's pre-recorded, you can tell game's AI that you want it to do, act in this manner, and it just goes through and does it for you. Or it could be pre-programmed by the company that sells the game to act a certain way, and it's just thrown a bunch of random stuff. It's like playing Left 4 Dead 2. You can go through the map and it changes.
Yeah, but in this case, the part here is that, so the important part to take away is that Sony has begun training AIs on how to play video games, which in that sort of thing, just to really ideally what it is to help to quote unquote help the player out. In that sense, it just basically creates a hologram that like a visual aid of what to do in any certain given part of the game.
Then they're going to be the best players eventually. If an AI was given free reign over, let's say if Sony decided, all right, let's do this experiment. We'll have character 1. Let's call him Charlie. All right, so Charlie's gonna go do his thing. He's gonna be an AI character. He's gonna do all the things, all the algorithms say, everything that we've learned over the years of playing this game, all the training. He's gonna be the best character. It's like a man in women's sports. It's like he's gonna be the best, even if he identifies as a woman. So this thing is going to identify as a human and play the game and still win. That's what's going to happen here if they decide to do something like that. That might happen in 2026. I'm not saying it will, but you might see AI characters like becoming better than human players. That might actually happen soon.
Have you never seen any of those chess tournaments where they use a computer?
No, yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's we're gonna see it more and more. Hell, Go happened with that. Like, what?
Oh, there are
Go
plenty
is
of game.
something.
Are you referring to the Chinese game Go?
Yes, with the white and black tokens that they use on the field. Yeah, and that's something that no computer has ever been able to conquer before until relatively recently.
I wonder
And
how
that
many
was shocking.
I wonder how many NVIDIA GPUs burn trying to get through that game.
Dude, a lot actually. Like, this has been legendary for decades. It has been. You're totally right about that. It's been a problem. And then the fact that one of them actually were able to manage to win, yeah, that kind of shook some things up. I don't know how many
Yeah,
computers fried out after that.
A lot of people think chess is difficult. Try that game. I looked into some of the rules. I tried to look into the rules of Go, and my eyes just sort of drifted apart.
It's complicated. Yeah, it's if you get the general gist of it, like surrounding and being surrounded and trying to get around and just get to a point. It kind of reminds me of like swimming. You know, like you're trying to get around obstacles. That's one perspective of it. It's a very complicated game. And the fact that a computer was able to do that better than a human after all these centuries is wild.
Your hand cranking a calculator will only get you so far.
Yeah. And then there's a calculator that can talk. And a calculator that says, if I ask it anything about anything, hey, what was the leader of Portugal in 1792? They'll
So,
just tell me
Joel,
that.
was there anything else in the news article worthwhile talking about?
I mean, in all that main sense, the biggest really takeaway is that, if is just more largely a conceptual thing, really. Because again, if you get what are you going to do with the game if you, like like you said, have an AI that plays games on your behalf? That is, as No Dragons please highlight in his live comments, YouTube tutorials or even a YouTube video with extra steps. Like, why do you ask Vera, like, why do people watch buy movies to watch them? You're buying a game in this case to watch somebody play it for you.
And I was also using the definition of how much people invest, or companies or individuals will invest in producing a movie versus how much money is invested in producing a game.
Right. That's the analogical video, value proposition and thingo.
Well, people buy movies to like watch the movie, obviously. Yeah. People buy games to play the game. So I don't think people want to buy games to like pay for something else to play the game for them. That's where it kind of gets like unless they just want to beat it,
the value proposition becomes,
I don't know.
How price of the game you purchased at retail, divided by the however long it takes for the AI player to finish it. Which, if I'm being really honest with you, is a better value proposition than a movie, which is usually like 2 hours, 3 hours long, depending on the movie.
Yeah, on average, sure.
So on a mathematical formula, it really just depends. The video game is almost always the better value proposition in terms of how much you get out of your dollar on a per hour basis.
Absolutely, 100% it is. Like, especially like if it's replayable, you're able to like go back and like do other things in the game. Yeah, definitely, man. Like, replayability is a big factor in games value, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, a big couple of things though. You just had to take a real jab, of course. Well, it costs billions, probably yen, to make bad Pokemon games, like millions of dollars, really. Yeah, but it probably cost like maybe a couple billion yen to make Pokemon Legends ZA, because they said they made it with a $13 million US budget. So that's probably like, what, $1 billion yen or something.
We can see where they put their investment. Good, so it
Yeah.
looks like their investment was
Only
definitely
millions
worth it.
to make a game that makes Pokemon look bad. Power World was
Ooh.
made on a $5 million budget, give or take.
Yeah,
There's a few things
it's
behind
probably
Power
less than that,
Worlds.
right?
There's a few things behind the way Power World was sort of developed that have me a bit concerned, but it does show that you don't have to turn around and waste all that money to create good bloody models for something. I mean, seriously. We literally took the stuff from the 3DS and just upscaled it.
Yeah,
Right.
and their success is mind-blowing. So, hey, good for them, right? They were able to capitalize on that niche market, and they got it.
Yeah, and now, like, with the competitors that are coming in 2026, which is going to be big, I think we should also put on a bingo card that, you know, the Nintendo going down the shit drain even more further is also going to be a big given thing. Wouldn't you say so, Noble?
Oh, yeah. I actually would like to see Pokemon taking down a Peg or 4.
And then some more, you know.
That's a good point, actually, Jolt. We should have a bingo card for 2026. Like, we should legit make a 5x5 bingo card of what we think is going to happen in 2026. I think I already got a few ideas.
I think we probably should. And then just, well,
Oh
yeah.
boy. Okay.
Okay, now that would be a funny thing.
That's a good idea, dude. I'm totally gonna do it tonight, and then I'll send you a picture, and then I'll maybe you can spread that around. Okay, we'll see.
All right. So with that, that's all we've got for the week. Well, who'd like to just make up a quick a little statement to wrap this up?
Avira.
Well, it's 2026, and I know it seems like time is going by pretty quick, and it really is. It's super bonkers that it's already this year. I hope that everyone did have a good 2025. You know, considering all the horrific stuff that happened. You know, Charlie Kirk, may he rest in peace. But I hope everyone has like had a nice Christmas, that you spent with your family and you cherish the ones you love. And I guess I'm just looking forward to a good new year. Things for me, honestly, have not been too good. I've been kind of depressed, and now I want to try to reach out to friends and family and get back out there and not be as sad as I have been. And I guess I'm just looking forward to a good new year. Hope everyone else is too. There are some stuff that I'm a little worried about though, like AI taking over. Yeah, that is kind of spooky, and I just warn y'all to be vigilant about that. Okay, when you see new advances, when it's a cool new tool, but whoa, it can do this now. Yeah, just be careful about AI. All right. Anyways, Zootopia was cool. Zootopia 2. Yeah, I guess that's all I got for now. See you next week.
I can't wait to see what happens this year, because I want to see some furry drama that turns around and gets the entire world up in an uproar.
Oh, actually, you know what? The bingo card is going to be like, you know, another furry shooter basically pops up and appears on the news.
Well, not specifically a furry shooter, but I'd like to have some nut job turn around, walk into a furcon, and well, yeah, just be fucking stupid with some of the shit I've seen going on lately. Sorry to say, but there are the amount of crazy shit that's going on currently with nut jobs. I've just got a feeling it's going to get 10 times worse these next couple of years.
Right. And it doesn't help that furries basically host to a lot of dingoes with mental disorders. So put two and two together, and next thing you know, another furry's going to get on the news and bam, and go all shooty.
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely going to be some furry turning around and doing something incredibly fucking stupid outside of a con. That's going to get everyone
That's
into an
on my
uproar.
bingo card. Yep.
Oh, was that printed in just like A4 regular paper or like cardstock?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. So, with that said, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this as much as we did making it. And to start the year off, you can always find our episodes on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, Player.fm, iHeartRadio, BitChute, and more further down the line. That's all we got for the week. Farewell. Until next time.
Bye.